Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley here for Concord and Ninth. Thanks for joining me today. I'm thrilled to give you a look at the brand new Picture Perfect stamps and dies from Concord and Ninth. These are so much fun, and when you see what they can do, I think you're gonna fall in love like I did. Now this bundle includes a stamp set and coordinating die set, and it is all based on a Picture Perfect theme, and I think you're gonna fall in love in an instant. Do you get where I'm going with this? This stamp set includes some adorable scenery imagery, washi tape imagery, as well as some fabulous sentiments that you can include on your instant photos. And this huge die set creates an instant camera box and includes dies to help you dress up your instant photos. I told you it's gonna be instant love for these. So you can see I have the camera box pieces, all of the pieces that I need to dress up that instant camera piece. I have the pieces to create my instant photo, several scenery dies, as well as some feet and some shoes there. I'll show you how all of these come together. Let's have a look at all of the pieces die cut. I've die cut these. These are the box pieces from some pebble cardstock. You can see that all of these dies include the score lines that you need. You have some markings for your glue, as well as some dashed lines that will help you position some of the dies that are meant to kind of dress this up. This is the third piece of the camera box dies that are included in this set. And then there are two dies that you can use to create instant photos. Now, if you use the two dies together and cut them at once, you will have this cute little instant photo frame, or you can use the dies separately and layer them up to create your instant photo. Both are fun ways to use this die, and I'm glad that they included them separately so that it gives you more versatility. Now here is a look at all of the pieces included in the die set along with the box bases. You have all of the pieces to decorate your instant camera. There are some markings and some guides on there to help you layer all those up. And then there are pieces to create scenery. So let me show you how quickly the lens for the instant camera comes together. I have these pieces die cut from some matte silver and some mushroom cardstock. I've layered those three pieces together to create the lens, and then I have the other three pieces which help to bring that camera to life. Now, Concord and Ninth is so great at adding extra dies to their die sets to really allow you to dress things up and create custom scenery. You can see I have these little feet die cut here from some nectar cardstock, and I'm using the additional pieces and just layering them up to add a little pair of ballet flats and some shoes. I have another larger set of feet. They're kind of harder to see over here, but I'm stacking the tennis shoe option on those. They're die cut from some white cardstock, and I am just stacking up the die cuts to create these adorable kind of Converse style tennis shoes. I can totally see Greg wearing these. And then I'm going to add the little pant pieces here. And then there's some optional cuff pieces that you can layer. So you can do as much or as little layering as you want to create your custom scenes. Now look at all of these dies on the bottom: mountains, rivers, coyote, cactuses, trees. You can create custom scenes using these. Now this die is also included in the die set, and it is designed to allow you to create an opening on the front of your camera box so that you can allow the instant photos to slide through. And I'm going to show you how to create this instant camera box here. Now I have two each of the base pieces that I call the base pieces. They're die cut from some pebble cardstock, and a single piece of the die that includes like the camera lens and the shutter piece and all of that. I like to add all of my additional die cut pieces to this piece before I assemble my instant camera so that I'm not fussing with it once it's kind of three-dimensional. Once I have those pieces added, I am just going to fold and reinforce on all of the score lines that are created by the die itself. Now, anytime you're creating a type of box, you're going to want to start by kind of folding on all of the score lines and reinforcing those with a bone folder. Now I have two of this piece here, which will create kind of the base of our box. And this box does have a functioning kind of slide out drawer. So you'll see me put this together. And I love that Concord and Ninth has included some texture along the side of this to make this more realistic. So it kind of makes that grippy portion on the side of those old school instant cameras that we all loved and that have kind of come back in vogue, especially recently. I feel like all the youngins have them and they think they're so cool. Remember when this was the cutting edge of technology. Now I have the two pieces that kind of have the notches and tabs. I've die cut that die twice from some Pebble cardstock, and once again, I'm just folding on all of those score lines. Now this creates kind of the drawer on our instant camera. So I am going to add some adhesive to these little tabs that stick out from the side of these pieces. And I kind of like to go through and add all of my adhesive at once because I have it in my hand and it just seems easier to me. Now I'm taking one of these base pieces with the little grips on the side and I'm adding adhesive on the inside of those flaps. I like to run it up right next to the score line there. And I'm going to do that to both ends or both grip pieces on this base piece. So only one of these base pieces is getting adhesive, but it's getting it on both tabs. So you can see what it looks like there. And I did not go over the score lines on the outer edges of this. Now this piece actually has your adhesive marked for you. There are two tabs that say glue, and I'm adding some of this double-sided tape on the front portion of the first tab. And I like to add it on the back side of the second tab, and you'll see why here in just a bit. So now I have all of my adhesive added. You can see it's on the front of this tab and on the back of this glue tab. That's going to hold that to the base of the box. Now I like to start with the drawer portion, and this is very easy. I'm going to remove the backer from the adhesive that I've placed on those little outer tabs there. And these are going to connect together and nestle inside of each other to create the drawer. So I like to start by taking that notched piece and just adhering it to the tab by lining up the edges of those score lines. Then I am going to add adhesive just inside of that box on this one piece only. That's going to hold the bases of this drawer together. So the bottom part of the drawer, that adhesive is going to hold those pieces together. So now I can take this second kind of drawer piece and nestle it right into the corner of that piece that has the adhesive, lining up the score lines there with the base of that second piece. And you can see they're all connected together now. And now it's just a matter of folding up the tabs and adhering them on the inside of this drawer piece. So you build up the four walls, and that creates your drawer piece that will go inside of this functioning instant camera box. Now that little drawer is going to slide inside of the base piece of the camera. So remember, these are the pieces with the grippy portions on the outside tabs. You can kind of think of this as a base that will wrap around your drawer. Now I have the portion that has the adhesive there on my right-hand side and the one without the adhesive. And I'm just going to take one of those tabs and fold it in and line up the edge of the piece that has the adhesive with that fold line. So you can see that connects those two pieces together. So I have one long piece now, and I can fold the tab in again and fold over that long piece to where the edge with the adhesive meets up. And that creates almost like a matchbox kind of die situation here. And you could use this on its own, but we're gonna continue going and we're gonna turn this into an instant camera. So you can see I have my functioning drawer here and the base of my camera with those grips on the outside, super easy to put together. Now here we just add our kind of additional piece on the top that creates that instant camera feel. So I've removed the adhesive from the tab on the end of this camera piece, and I'm sliding it inside of the base piece. So this is kind of that matchbox portion, and I'm making sure the edge of that tab or that first score line on this camera piece lines up with the edge of this matchbox portion or this base of my camera die. You can see that there. Now it's time to kind of build a tent with the rest of this instant camera. And I like to do this by first placing these colorful strips on the base of the camera here so that I know exactly where I need to line this up. And then I'll fold in that strip that has the adhesive on it and kind of butt it right up against these colorful strips that decorate the top part of this base piece. So then I can just press that down and voila, I have my instant camera box with a functioning little drawer. And keep in mind, you can use that small slit die that I showed you earlier to create an opening on the front of this drawer and allow your instant photos to kind of slide through that as well. Now, I could not resist making this little instant camera box out of some Nectar cardstock, and I've created a couple of instant photos to go in this as well. I have a little shaker photo here. So this is just kind of a flatter shaker style instant photo here. I have all of the fall leaves in there. And then I also have kind of this desert scene, all of these fun little instant photos tucked into that little drawer. And I think that these would make adorable little note cards as well. So you could create a folding portion at the top of those instant photos to create note cards. I've also used the die set to create some fun instant photos, and I've used the Sending Smiles dies from the die set to add my sentiment there. I've created some custom washi. I think this is a fun way to use this die set as well. So just think out of the box, no pun intended, with this set, because I think it is so versatile in so many ways. And I think once you get it in your hands, it's going to be instant love for you. I can't wait to see all of the creative ways that you use this brand new picture perfect stamp and die bundle from Concord & Ninth.